What's up guys, and welcome to the new video. So as you can see by the title already, today I'm gonna test out my 1 mile PR time. Actually, it's not really like a timed PR because I have to do 4 intervals of 1 mile each at not going like full all out, but running at anaerobic thresholds beats per minute plus 5. So for me that is a 175 beats per minute, which is still pretty damn fast or pretty damn strong. So probably I would only be able to hold like a 180 beats per minute for such a distance. So it should kind of give me an estimate of what my timed 1 mile run would be. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Kim and I, we woke up like a little bit over an hour ago. We had coffee, we had water, we hydrated, had a little bit of carbs because obviously this is going to be a very hard run. And now we're off to the track and field place. Hopefully there's nobody there. Hopefully nobody's going to get mad because we filmed there, but we're going to see. Let's roll. So we are out of the flat and we are off to the car sharing car and then off to the track. It is kind of hot today. Kim also just plastered herself in sunscreen and it will definitely affect the run as well, because the hotter it is, the higher the heart rate is going to be, but it's still okay, I feel like. And yeah, alrighty guys, so as you can see, we made it to the track field. The plan right now is I'm gonna do some mobility drills, not that much, but get the joints a little bit loose. Then we do 20 minutes of warm-up and then we do the first interval, and probably the first one will be the fastest obviously, and we see what my 1 mile PR will be. Let's stop the talking and let's get rolling. Alrighty, just a little bit of warm-up and mobility, not too much. Time to put on the chest strap so we get an accurate reading of the heart rate. Okay, chest strap is on. Let's connect it to the Apple Watch, and then I'll do just 20 minutes of easy jogging, just get into the groove, get ready for the run, and then we do the first interval. Alright guys, so the warm is over. As you can see, we put off the shirt because it wouldn't be a track PR if we wouldn't go shirtless. I'm a bit nervous. The goal is to run a sub 6 mile. If it happens, it's cool. If not, it is what it is. I'm not training for short distances. I'm training for a marathon, so I'm training for long distances. But it is what it is. The shoes are laced up again. Enough talking. So I believe this is a 400 meter track, so it should be 4 laps exactly. I'm gonna start from here and let's get going. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Guys, so I thought I'm gonna do a quick little voiceover while I'm just gonna watch the same clip as you guys are, because obviously Kim couldn't film me while I was doing the whole mile PR thing, so I'm always just coming by the camera every lap I do. So I thought I'm just gonna give you a little bit of insight into how I felt during this PR run and what was going through my head, but just a little bit of stats beforehand, because maybe there's someone new on the channel that's watching this and doesn't know my background. So actually I was always just a gym goer, so I never really ran up until this year. So I picked up running in January, and here and there I had to do some pauses because of injuries, but otherwise I've been running pretty consistently now for maybe like 6 months or so. And I'm 184 centimeters tall and I weigh around like 80 kg. I got a little bit lighter during the whole marathon prep, obviously because I do so much cardio, but the goal is really not to get below 80 kg because I don't want to look like I'm just doing running. I want to kind of create this image of hybrid athlete. But enough of that. I want to talk a little bit about the run right now, because it was definitely hella difficult. The summer was really hitting me. It was very, very hot, and I could definitely feel it because my heart rate was getting high very quick, and it was kind of difficult because, like I said earlier in the video, the goal was to just maintain 175 beats per minute. But since in my head it was like I want to run a PR, I was kind of pushing it a little bit sometimes, so I could see I was getting over 175, but when I saw on the watch it was like 180, I actually slowed down a little bit to still follow the plan. So that's why I think I could have gone for like a sub 6 minute mile. Maybe if I would have just like really pushed it, I mean, you never know, but I'm pretty sure maybe not like 5:30 or something, but pretty much 6 minutes on the dots should be doable. But right now that is not the goal. I'm doing long distance training, so that's my main focus. I just want to run the marathon in sub 4 hours, and if I finish that, then maybe I'll change to the goal of maybe running like a sub 6 minute mile, and then one day like a sub 5 minute mile. But that is for the future. And yeah, one thing that is really hard with interval training, or when you used to like long distance training, is that you always run at a very comfortable heart rate. But with this one, it was just like it was so dragging, because normally you're able to talk when you run slow, you can breathe through your nose, everything just feels kind of comfortable. But if you just like go balls to the walls and you have to run like super hard, it just gets immediately to the point where you cannot breathe through the nose, the lungs are just burning, you can just feel that your heart is beating like crazy. And I'm definitely not used to this kind of training. I did some intervals here and there in the training plan, but obviously if you maybe notice, there's like the 80-20 rule, where you do like 80% of your runs should be easy and only 20% should be hard. For me, it was 6 runs in the week. That's still just like only 1 run that could be potentially hard. But since I'm doing long runs on the weekends, sometimes there was not even one single interval session in a week. So it's definitely something I'm not very used to, but I do enjoy it, because it just channels like your inner spirit. You just have to go like, you mentally have to prepare to know like, I'm gonna run like 4 intervals at such a high heart rate, which is definitely something that kind of makes training a bit more fun, because you're not just going like for hours and hours and hours on the road. But yeah, what can I say? Maybe you saw a little switch here in the quality or in the camera. So the Sony died and we had to switch to the iPhone. While I was doing the run, it was crazy, because I felt so fast. I was running, I think the average kilometer was the first time that I made it like sub 4 minutes. So it was like a 3 minute 58 second kind of thing. And in my head, I was running crazy fast. My legs were pumping, my heart was beating. But when I watch this clip right now, I feel like I look so slow. Like when you see me, I feel like I look like a tank running. I don't look very dynamic. I don't look very sharp. Also, one thing that kind of got to my eye was how crazy I heel strike. So if you kind of know your ways around like running form, you should kind of avoid heel striking, because just thinking about it, if your heel strikes first on the ground, it just kind of like takes all the energy and kind of like breaks you. Not breaks you in the meaning of your body, but kind of like takes away the energy and the dynamics. Instead of if you do like forefoot or flat running, where you just like propel you forward every time. So that's actually a good thing if you film yourself, that you see what your running form is looking like, which is definitely not ideal, I think, in my way. So it's something I really want to work on, just like kind of like pulling up the heel a little bit more, running a little bit faster, like being a bit more dynamic, maybe also using the arms. But yeah, what can I say? It was definitely very interesting. I'm still a little bit bummed about that I did not make the sub 6, but it is okay. I think I'm in this last lap right now, and I can tell you for sure that was hard. Like I was really fighting it, and I could see on the watch like, oh, damn, I have to push it now over the 175 to still make it to the sub 6. So I already kind of knew in my head I'm not gonna make it, but I was like, you know what, just gonna go balls to the walls, just like full sprint. You can see I was looking at the watch, I was like, god damn, I need to make it. But unfortunately, like I said, it did not happen, but it is okay. It was definitely, I was crazy exhausted after the run. Also, like I was coughing a lot, I was drained, and I just thought like, how the hell should I do 3 more intervals like this? But we made it, and I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let the clip run now, where I finished the run and I start talking to him, and you can definitely hear the fatigue in my voice.
Are you okay?
Oh. Woo. Let's switch to the big camera.
Okay.
Oh. I didn't make it. Oh.
So let's check the run. I'm so angry, not angry, but a little bit disappointed. So I ran the mile in 6 minutes and 23 seconds. So I just missed it by 20 seconds, but it is okay. And we still have to do like 3 more intervals. We're just gonna get it done now. So that's what I said. It wasn't like a true PR, because I wasn't like going balls to the walls to the run. It was still difficult. But let's get the other 3 in. I'm probably gonna be hella slow now because A, I took way too long now in between the interval, and B, I ran way too hard on the first one. But let's get those 3 in as well.
How do you feel?
I feel exhausted. I definitely went too hard on the first interval. Backfired on me right now. So the second one I ran in 6:40. So 18 seconds slower. I mean, it's still okay, but yeah, I can definitely feel energy is very low. It's very hot. I just had a few carbs this morning and probably there was too less water. I don't want to make like excuses now. Man, these miles runs, oh, they're so exhausting because when you do long distance, you always run in an aerobic state, which is very easy, very comfortable. And if you do those intervals, it's just hell and back. Okay. Last round. Come on.
Just think about the pizza.
I'm so gone, I forgot to put on my chest strap, and this one was absolutely terrible. 7 minutes and 20 seconds, super slow. The tank is empty now. Oh, I'm just gonna do 15 minutes cool down, 15 minutes cool down, and that is it. Then the training week is over. On Friday I did nearly a half marathon just for like normal training because it was a long run. My legs are fried. I need pizza. Alright guys, so I know in the last clip I said we're gonna get some pizza, but actually on the day we filmed the video, we did not decide to go for pizza, but rather for a different restaurant where we could not film. So I don't have any clips for this, and I didn't want to make this video like too vloggy like the last one, just rather focus on the 1 mile PR. So you already saw that, so there's nothing more to talk about in this video, but I hope you enjoyed this episode, and otherwise I'm gonna see you in the next one.